What's up guys? So in this video I'm going to show you how you can add documentation to your side project that you're working on. So I've been working, or rather I'm still working on a side project which I'm really enjoying even though I have 0 users. So I've done about 2 or 3 videos talking about what it is. So basically it's a portfolio template where you can come in as any creative, so either photographer, developer, or any niche you are in, and you can just get the template. And after setting up the template, which will take about 5 minutes or less, you can then do all your customization from a CMS, which is a content management system called Sanity. So you don't have to spend much time on the code base, and the changes you make reflects instant. So you can even be on your phone and add features to your website. So that being said, I wanted to add documentation that will complement the website and we give users a better understanding of what this project is about and how to use it. And I wanted to build mine from scratch, but luckily for me, I found one called Starlight, and it's open source, and I believe it's created by the people that created Astro. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm very sure I'm right. And to the best of my knowledge, it only works with Astro, and I'm building my portfolio kit with Astro, as you can see. So we can head back, and the cool thing about it is that once you have it installed, this will be what you're going to get right here, except from this testimonial part. So you can click on get started, and there are 2 ways of adding it to your project. So the first way is by creating it as a separate project in itself. So you can decide to have this as a separate project, and your docs can be a separate project. And you can do that by just copying this command, go to your terminal and just paste it right here, and it's going to spin up a boilerplate that looks exactly like this. But if you just want to add it to your code base together with your landing page, all you have to do is to come to the manual setup. And by the way, this is what I'm doing. And you just have to just add it like so. I've already added it, so I'm not going to do that. So you just add it right here. And once you are done, the next thing is to configure the integration by going to your Astro config file. So let's go to Astro config. So I already have some stuff set up, which I will surely walk you through. And just a side note, I'm not going to go through um, every stuff right here. I will just show you what I've been able to do so far, and I'm still learning about it, so you can just do your own research as well. So once you install this, it's going to add this to your astro.config file. Then you do this yourself, adding a title to this. So as you can see in mine, I've added more than a title. I've added much stuff right here. So if you want to change this title, so like portfolio kits, let me just go back to mine. And if I click on this doc, it's going to open on a new tab, because let me go to my header, TSX file. So I'm opening it on a blank tab, and this is the URL I'm giving it. So I'm opening it on this link right here, because if you don't do that, you it's going to just open this right here. So I want the users to be able to see this once they click on the doc. So if I click on this now, I see the path right here, and I get redirected to this page. So if I want to make changes to this portfolio kit, you can just come right here and under this title. So if we check now, this should be portfolio kit. And for the search feature, it doesn't work on development. So if I say Ctrl K, you can see that it says search is only available in production. So if I go to the live version, so I can hit Ctrl K, and if I search for, let me just see, you can see that I have better result of what I search for. And this is really quite cool because building your own documentation from scratch is really a pain. So let's go back. To be able to do this, you can add different social integration. As you can see, I have Twitter and GitHub, and this as well. And you also have dark mode, light mode enabled, which you can also play with as well. So for this, you can see the different social integration, and it also has type safety. So if I come right here and hit Ctrl and enter, you will see different integrations. So you just have to just select the one you want and specify the path. So I just need GitHub, and I don't even think I'm going to need this for my own template, but I'll just leave it like so. Then for the sidebar, in order to achieve this tree structure right here, so what you have to do is to create a content folder, as you can see in the docs right here, and you create a config.ts file, which is this one. Already have a template collection, but this is what you just have to add. So import this doc schema from Starlight schema and add it to the export collection. So you can still follow it from here. So what you then have to do now is to create this docs folder, which I've already created right here. And this docs folder is where you are going to add all the folders you need for your sidebar. So you can see we have guides, components, and reference. So for the guides, I think the guides came first. Yeah, so for the guides, you can see I have this getting started.mdx file. So you can use mdx file or .md file for you to be able to add proper markdown. And if you are familiar with Astro, you notice that this is a code fence, but in this context, this is just front matter where you can just add title and description. And like I said, everything is type safe as well. So for this to show after adding your content, I'm going to go through all these components you are seeing right here. So you know what I will do? I will leave this, and inside these guides, I'll just create something right here and say demo.mdx. So bring in the front matter, and let's say which title should we use? Okay, let's set the title to testing, and this description, I'll just leave out this description, it doesn't matter. And let's add like H1, let's say testing. So to use this demo.mdx, you just have to go to your astro.config file and look for the folder which you added it to. So add it to the guides folder, and we already have just an item right here, which is this array of objects. So what we just have to do is to duplicate this and give this a name. You might come right here. So we can call this one demo, and we'll now link it to guides/demo. There's no need to append the mdx. So if we check now, you see we're having this demo, and if we click on it, we're having the testing, which is the title, and this one, which is the H1. So you can see right now that I can even toggle between the previous, and I can go to the next one as well, which is really cool because I didn't even set this up myself. It's just what is being given to us out of the box. And for this, on this page, you can see that there's usually no content, but if you click on this one, you get a proper overview of what is on this get started um, page. So you can go back to this demo one. See, we don't have anything here. Once we start adding content to this, they will get added automatically right here. So about that, the first thing we'll do is to go back to this manual step, and Starlight gives us different components we can add. So which one should we go through? Let's see, cards. So to display a card, you can see a preview right here. All we have to do is to copy this. Let me head back. I will just paste it right here. So to use it, I will just copy this right here, and let me paste it here. So if we go back and check, you can see that we have the card right here. So if we need a code that we want to copy, it's fairly straightforward because there's also a component for that, which is code. I can just copy this and I will replace it with this one. So you can see we're importing the code and passing this example code right here. As this, the language can be either JS or TS. You can specify that. The title is the file name, or you can just add it as a string if you choose to. And you can also highlight it as a file or a CMS, or you can still get rid of it if you don't want to use it. So you can see the name of the file. If we give this to TX, it's going to change this to TX, and we can copy this out of the box. We don't need to install a separate plugin for this as well. Let's still go. Let's do one more. So let's say if we want a step like this to give users step-by-step guide on installation, you can just go to steps, and still the same way, let's just copy this one and I will paste it right here. Sure, let me just leave this and paste it here, but push this one to the top. So if we check now, go to demo, you can see that we have different steps, and you can differentiate it by adding steps, so it gets added right here. So one cool thing about Astro is that you can use different frameworks with it, and since it works hand in hand with Starlight, we can do the same here as well. So I can decide to copy this code right here and use it on my documentation. I can reference it directly, but what I want to do is that I just want a different version on a code folder. So this is not a must, unlike these docs that you must have to create. I'm just creating it to make my code base look neat. So let me just add like hero.astro. So let's have Astro file first, because this is a bit tricky using Astro. So we can just add a section. I just say with an H1, say testing to see if this will work. All right, to use this right here, we need to come to the file we want to use it. In my case, I want to use it in this demo.mtx file. What I would just do is to import it. So I can say hero, let me say hero code from, we go back step, say source, content. So, and we need the code. Then we say hero dot Astro. I don't think we need this period sign. So to use it, it's still the same way. We want to use it as a code, and we'll copy this one. Another thing is that you can use this code or use this triple backtick. It's going to work. So you can add different languages, either JavaScript or TypeScript. Is going to work based on what you have right here. So let me copy this again. Say additional step. So this will take this hero code. For the language, you can just change it to TypeScript, which is TS, and for the title, we just call this one hero Astro. Then we don't even need this highlight. So we can check back, and nothing is showing, and that's because you can see we have additional steps right here. Nothing is still showing. So with Astro components, what you have to do is to just add a question mark and add raw. So with this, I believe it should work right now. So you can see we have the name right here, and we can copy this as well. So I'm seeing where the highlight plays a bigger picture. So you can still go through that like I said. And let's do one more. So let's say you want to use a React component. So you need to have React installed using the Astro command. Then let me just say this should be hero 2.tsx. Now quickly spin up here React boilerplate, and this will be just hero.tsx and say hero2, and we'll just change this to hero2. So let's see if that works. I'm already seeing error, so I'm not sure that worked. So what is the issue? Oh, we don't need to add the tsx, and it's because this should be hero2. I don't know what's wrong with me this night, and I didn't save this file as well, so it should work right now. Yeah, and I'm still guessing now we need to use the .tsx. So I'm guessing I have to add the raw as well for TSS component as well. All right, so that worked. So we can now copy this. So for the styling, I'm using the default one given to me by Stylight because it works fine with what I have. But if you want to customize yours, you can go to CSS and styling. You can either use a custom CSS file, or I think they have for Tailwind as well. So in order to use Tailwind, make sure you have that integration installed, and you also need to install this Starlight with Tailwind. I'm not going to do this because I don't want the video to get extremely longer than how it has been. So basically just go through this. It's really straightforward to set up. Alright guys, so that's the end of the video. I just decided to share the little knowledge I have about Starlight, and I hope you found it useful. Do wait to leave any comments in the comment section, and you can also check out this portfolio kit that I'm working on. It's quite free if you are getting the photographic portfolio, and I would love your feedback.